Hey, class of 2021. So this is winding down our unit on March and civil rights. Up to this point, you read the book, you have read the supplemental articles that were in the past links, and now you are going to research your own stuff. How awesome is that? Just so you know, we are building to an essay, as we've discussed before. And just to let you guys know, this essay will be extra credit. So if you do the work, it will reflect as extra credit in the grade book. Anywhere from 5 points to 100 points extra credit. It'll be under assignments and coursework. So if you are missing a lot of work, this could be a way to kind of get caught up on some of your missing points. It can also be a way to boost your grade if you are like saddling between like a B and a C or a B and an A, whatever, or if you're really close to passing but not quite. So I would take advantage of this opportunity if I were you. All right, so we have talked about this already, what your prompt is, and your prompt is, what should the civil rights movement look like today? Develop an assertion that answers the prompt using at least 2 module texts as support. So the module text can be the articles, it can be the Bill of Rights, it can be the book March, and then on top of that, you will have your own researched article that you will use. So you're going to have 3 sources in this essay. So 2 from the module that I provided to you, at least, and 1 that you have researched on your own. So you're going to compare the techniques of the civil rights movement of the 50s and 60s to those of the Black Lives Matter movement and or a civil rights matter that you have researched. And you're going to consider the variety of strategies, both effective and ineffective, used in the fight for equality, the lessons learned, and the social societal changes made as a result of these movements. So it's going to be a pretty intensive essay. And again, it's extra credit, so you should do it. We've visited this before too, but we're going to revisit it. If you don't know which civil right struggle that you want to focus on that's current, you can do poverty. Again, this is disproportionately found in minority communities. Unemployment, so people with criminal history, minorities, women, single mothers, women of color are all disproportionately affected. Voter suppression, in particular people who have served time for felonies, which again, you can find a lot of evidence that minorities are disproportionately affected by this as well. LGBTQ, so there's facing a lot of discrimination there. There's a lot of homeless youth because of LGBT issues, trans bans, things like that. Immigration, so asylum seekers, people who say English only, all of that kind of stuff can be traced back to discrimination and civil rights. Disabilities, so people with disabilities, they lack equal opportunity for employment and other benefits. Gender, so equal pay and maternity leave is things that affect gender. Muslims and hate crimes versus with religion. And then homelessness, they have loitering laws and things like that that can affect them. So there's lots of different things that you can look at and research as far as civil rights and current struggles for civil rights. Okay, so finding sources, that's very important that you know that Wikipedia is not a credible source. The reason being, anybody can go in and edit a Wikipedia page and put information in there, so it's not verified content. So you want to make sure that your source is like a .org, .edu, or .gov. Those are the best. And then you want to look for biases in the articles. Some sources have known biases. For example, Fox News and Breitbart then there's InfoWars, which is just plain fiction, but they're passed off as credible sources. Huffington Post has a left-wing bias. So things like that you want to kind of pay attention to when you're writing these articles. You don't want to be relying on things with a lot of bias or things that are fake in general. So keep an eye out for that stuff. So again, like going to a .org or .edu or .gov is your best bet. All right, for your assignment, you're going to submit a photo of your annotations or your notes, and let me know what your article is. And then you're going to participate in a discussion board. So we're keeping it simple this week, okay? Next week, we will get into actually doing an outline for your essay, and we will go a little bit deeper into that. So this is kind of an easy week for you guys. All right. Talk to you guys soon. I miss you. And if you have any questions, email me.